Say hello to Joe Carreras, Navy sailor, student, reporter, videographer, and your vice president of television at Cable 8 Productions. He may be one of the busiest men to step foot in the Murrow College, but he always makes time to make people laugh.
I've always just been a goofy guy. I've always liked a lot of stand-up comedy. I've watched Saturday Night Live since I've been, a young kid.
Goofy, weird, and he makes people laugh. That's Joe. Not to mention, he's got more energy than a 6-year-old who just drank 12 cups of coffee.
I've always been pretty hyper. My mom used to joke around with me because I would just get really hyper, and she would just say, Ritalin, to calm me down, like to threaten to give me Ritalin. This is when I was in high school, when I was a little older, and I would just stop in my tracks and be like, that's not funny.
His hyperactivity is through the roof. He's got to have some sort of outlet for all this energy, and that explains his spontaneous bursts of push-ups, anywhere and everywhere.
Enough that.
I don't have a lot of time to work out on my own time, and so sometimes it's just a nice little way to get a little testosterone out. I'll just go jump around in my living room a little bit just because, I don't know, I just get very excited and I don't like to bottle those emotions. It's called a cold open.
Because that's what she said.
That's why we're doing it again. Boom! I'm very intense about things.
Intense, but funny. He's actually quite hilarious. But what does it take to be funny?
To be funny, you have to be kind of quick. You gotta be smart.
Even if you're quick-witted and smart like Joe, you can't be funny all the time.
Sometimes I try a little too hard though, and I might drag out a joke a little too long, but that's okay. I just like making people laugh.
And that's what he's done his whole life. He doesn't even have to crack witty jokes sometimes. He just has to be Joe. And that's all it takes. That, and using his hands a lot more than necessary.
I'm very animated. It's funny because when I first started broadcasting and doing on-camera stuff, you just don't know what to do with your hands. And then finally, you just kind of learn to let it go. That's kind of carried over when I talk. I move my hands a lot. Not to mention I am part Italian.
Animated is definitely the right word to describe him. Joe's just an overall well-rounded guy, but not everybody's perfect.
My biggest weakness, I think, is I've got many. Let me think about this. It's communicating.
Communicating can be tough for a guy who's majoring in communication, but you can always count on him to be helping his friends and coworkers out, even if they don't want him to.
I should take it as a comment when people don't want me around sometimes when they're doing something, but it hurts my feelings sometimes a little bit too because I don't want to be that guy who doesn't seem like he's helpful.
But seriously, despite all the funny business, Joe's a genuine guy, he's passionate about what he does, and he cares about the people around him.
I just think the more people you get to know, the more you learn about life, and I just think people are fascinating, and interacting with them never gets old.
Reaching for something in the distance.